Good morning. Hey everybody. I was just flipping through LinkedIn this morning, as I tend to do sometimes, and I saw this really cool post that I may or may not share. I don't know. But it's some lady who's talking about how we're not winning the war against cybercrime. And she's, and I just created a video called, what the hell did I call it? Like Hackers One or something like that. But it's basically what she said, okay? Basically what she said. But the issue is, so let me tell you, and I might do an insight video on this, I don't know, but the issue is, and I've talked about this at the big conference, at their winter conference, at that talk, I talked about it on my human rights thing, all that, because nobody is at war. Like, we are not at a war against crime. We're not. So let me tell you what that sounds like, what it's akin to when we say we're at war with hacking or hackers or cybercrime or whatever. That's like saying you're at war with thunderstorms, okay? Now, if somebody came up to you and said, hey, we're not winning the war against thunderstorms, there's more we need to do, you would look at them like they're nuts, okay? Why? Because first of all, if it were a war, you already lost, okay? Because thunderstorms aren't going anywhere for the same reason that crime is not going anywhere, okay? Because thunderstorms happen when certain conditions come together to create one. And unless you can interrupt those conditions, you're going to have to take several seats, all right? Because it ain't going to happen. You understand? You're not going to interrupt the condition, at least not with what we have now, okay? Interrupt the conditions that create hacking and APTs, and all that, right? And another thing, war is the same thing as, like, war is akin to borders, right? Those two things are created the same way, okay? In your head, there are no borders in nature. You understand? Listen, what I'm gonna need y'all to do is to open your mind a little bit, okay? I'm gonna need you to do that so that we can get past this and in a place where we are actually helping, okay? Where we're actually securing, protecting, all that stuff, okay? A border is a concept created by a human mind. There are no borders in nature, okay? Now you have different terrain. You got rivers, you got, cracks in the earth and all that stuff, but there are no borders. You understand? Borders are made by people, in their heads, and they write on a piece of paper, there's a border between my house and yours, all right? And if you cross over it, and then we put rules on top of it, we bring in authorities and all of that to make it real. You understand? War is the same thing. There is no war in nature. There's nothing like that. Okay, war is created in the minds of people. You understand? Who then bring in weapons and all this other stuff. Now we've created this thing called war. All right. The only thing that's going to fix that is some therapy. You understand? A psychiatrist. Okay. What is your problem? All right. Why are you so mad? Why you treating other people like, that's so the thing is here. One thing that I tell my, the folks, I have another channel called Life Without a Witness, right? One of the things I say there a lot is you will solve nothing whether you made it up or is real. You're not going to solve it until you first tell the truth about it. Okay? You got to first understand what is actually happening before you can come to some, sustained solution. Okay? And like the lady said in the, in the thing she wrote, and, many people have said this, there is no way in the world something different is going to come out of you, mixing flour and water together. You're going to get what you get. You're going to get what you get. Calling it something else, is not going to make you get something different. So if we want something different, we got to do something different, y'all. Okay, when it comes to this cyber and security. And it's a scary thing. I get it. When you've been doing the same thing and you might be getting paid and, you're getting accolades and some of the, like, forget about hackers and all this stuff. I feel like some of the worst offenders when it comes to us, all these breaches and stuff and just not being able to make any measurable progress, that at least measurable progress that has been shared widely, like these attacks have been shared widely. Okay. One of the most egregious offenders are training companies. Training companies. I feel like these people here, man, that almighty dollar, I tell you the truth. I mean, I don't think they're working with us. Okay, I really don't. I don't feel like that's the case. And listen, I'm not gonna do this now, but there is a video on YouTube. No, I'm sorry, not YouTube, Netflix. And I shared it on my page. It's called Coded Bias. Okay, Coded, CODED, Bias, BIAS. I'm gonna need y'all go around there to the Netflix to watch Coded Bias. Okay, because it's really interesting. And go listen to my IP so that's what an IP address is video that I did last night. It's very interesting how a very small homogeneous group of people have shaped the way we see and talk about so many things. And the rest of us, feel like it's gospel, like it can't change. It can't change. Okay? And everywhere you look, when it comes to somebody originating some amazing idea or innovation or something, it's the same homogenous little group. What the hell is up with that? Now, this ain't even new, okay? When I was in learning and development, in my last career in HR, I did I'm telling you, I researched for like 2 months because I was looking at frameworks for learning and development. I was looking at human resource frameworks, like who came up with this thing, and who originally had this, this idea, what team did. And the thing that sparked it was on Twitter, somebody who's big in the learning and development field had a picture of the 100 most influential people in learning and development. Child, the melanin was sorely lacking. It was I'm like, you got to be kidding me. You trying to tell me in a world with all this diversity, all of it, I mean, all of the talent, all of the smarts, the just, I mean, all of that. You trying to tell me that in the last 100 years, you understand? 100 years, these are the people who came up with all this stuff. I was like, I'm not, first of all, that's a lie. First of all, that's a lie. All right. So I got my research on. I had to Google stuff like, I just had to go like training before colonization. I had to come up with some real creative, ways to try to find this information. Cause I'm like, first of all, I wasn't born yesterday. I didn't just fall off the turnip truck. Okay. I am not boo boo the fool. I know that we have contributed to many major things that have happened in the world. All right. So this is why, y'all, I get very passionate about homogenous thinking, about everybody seeing things the same way. Okay. Because we don't have to do that. Okay. We don't have to do that. We don't have to. And, and because I know that now, I didn't know that before, I didn't know that, I didn't know that before. If you want to talk about all that stuff, I have another channel called Life Without a Witness, and you can go over there for all that. But listen, it's starting to leak into here because you see the same stuff and encoded bias. It's so clear. What's Joy? I forget how to pronounce her last name, but her name is Joy. She's a black lady, MIT, and she created this documentary when she started to do a machine learning project, and she realized the machine did not recognize her. It couldn't see her, okay, for her own project, and it would only see her when she put a white mask on her face. Then it would detect, okay? Now, you watch that, okay, because that's a perfect example of what I'm talking about here. It's a perfect example of what cybersecurity is like, okay? Security, war, what war, where? Huh? Where? Y'all got me riled up early this morning. Child. I didn't wash my face yet. I'm up here. Listen, so I'm going to be back here. I'm going to be back because we need to talk about this. We do. We need to talk about this. I feel like the world is waiting for us. They're waiting. Okay? And when I say us, I'm talking about those of us who have voices, but either don't know we can speak or are afraid to speak, or, they're waiting. The world is waiting. And we got to stop making them wait. Okay? Don't be scared. Don't be scared. You good. You good. But it starts with telling the truth. Or, and, it starts with telling the truth. That's all I can say. So let me give you this one last thing, just to let you know what I'm talking about here. When I say it starts with telling the truth, okay, when you go outside at night and you see a beautiful bright moon, and you think about, oh, the moonlight is beautiful, and you go inside and you start to write a poem about the moonlight, and you got a lake near your house, and the moonlight is reflecting off the lake, and it's sparkling and blah blah blah. It's real nice and beautiful, and all that stuff. That ain't no moonlight. That's sunlight. Okay, the moon does not make its own light. That light is from the sun, ma'am, sir. Okay? You're waxing poetic about sunlight, not moonlight. That's what I'm talking about. Okay? Just tell the truth. And from there, we can do some stuff. Okay? Let me go. I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good weekend. Bye.